Britney Manson is an EDM musician from Russia who has traveled the world on a magical musical tour, and it was on this journey that she began dating New Zealand rock star Asteria, who just so happens to be underage. I've got a lot of critiques for the writers of this season of Life because they're getting really lazy in 2024. I mean, they just keep repeating the exact same Predator plotline like every month. And to be honest, it's really beginning to lose its impact in my opinion. But today's main character is a woman known as Britney Manson, who's an EDM musician that is crazy popular on TikTok specifically. Now, I feel like context matters, so as much as I'd like to show you the content that she posts, I don't want to get copyright claimed. It's all music, obviously. I'll play a second of it. There you go, I hope you enjoyed that. I listened to the whole song and I certainly fucking didn't. What we can do, however, is read some of the lyrics. So before we get into the main conflict, let's do that. My measurements are 80, 61, 88. Now, for a person who's 6'1", that is insanely underweight. And because of a lot of these types of lyrics in her songs that are everywhere, to be honest with you, people have begun to criticize her for glorifying eating disorders like anorexia, for example. I'll read out a couple more of the lyrics from this song alone to show you what I'm talking about. I'm emotionless as hell, not afraid of pain and hunger. I am thin, you are not. I've hit that genetic jackpot. You're such a worn out thing with highest price for your skins, and if tomorrow never comes, you'll hide behind your fashion skills. There's no reasons to your existence, non-extensive to-do list. Shut the fuck up and hide your tears. Now, just to be clear, these lyrics were posted and highlighted by an account called Britney Likes Them Younger, and the comments are chock-a-block full of people accusing her once again of glamorizing eating disorders. And there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Britney in particular definitely has an unhealthy relationship with food, at least earlier on in her life. It's important to note, and it's important for you to know, that Britney was a model earlier on in her career. I think she actually begun modeling at 12 years old, so she's been doing it for over half of her life now. And the modeling, catwalk sort of fashion industry is notorious for promoting eating disorders and fucking horrible lifestyles, needless to say. I mean, I'm sure you're all aware of it, you didn't need me to tell you that. So whether or not these lyrics are actually pointing out the absurdity of eating disorders in the fashion industry or genuinely glamorizing it, I'll leave up to you. In my opinion, the biggest crime with this song isn't even the lyrics, it's just how dull it sounds. There is absolutely nothing special or inventive or unique about any of her tracks whatsoever. And any other EDM artist can offer a far better experience that you get from the genre. I do think, however, that it should be important to note that most of her fans are from TikTok, so most of them are probably very young, so they're at an age where they probably lack media literacy in a generation that already allegedly lacks media literacy. So even if she is just pointing out the negatives of the modeling industry, I'd be willing to bet that a lot of her fans aren't really getting that aspect of the song and just taking it at face value. Whether or not it's her responsibility to be a bit more careful with that kind of thing, again, I'll leave up to you. It's not really something that I want to discuss in this video, because this video isn't about her glorification of eating disorders, it's about her being a groomer. What is that, like the 9th one this year? I can't wait to do a tier list video at the end of 2024 of all the predators that were exposed. For your interest, I can already predict that Cody Co will probably be at the top of the tier list because his last public appearance will most likely be him having a time of his life doing a DJ set. Anyways, I think I've edged you for long enough, so let's get into the real meat and potatoes of this video. So this young man here is called Asteria Death. I assume that's not his real name, or at least his real surname, but as I'm sure you can guess from his username, he is a metal creator. That might be a little bit presumptuous, but I don't know many bedroom pop artists with the last name Death. But to be honest with you, his music is not at all relevant for this video. What matters is his age. He is recently just turned 18 years old, and by recent I mean I believe it was May of this year. However, he has been good friends with Asteria for a while now. Nothing weird about that. It's perfectly normal for two musicians to go on tour together. Just because one's a bit younger than the other, it doesn't mean there's anything sort of predatory going on. I mean, even when you look at potentially suspicious moments, there's a lot of, you know, plausible deniability there. She calls him babe at one point. I don't know, maybe it's a platonic thing. She doesn't mean necessarily that they're dating or she wants to shag him. This is her reposting a hot girls like Asteria post. Again, a little bit weird, but like, maybe she just thought it was funny. Maybe she misclicked. Maybe the phone slipped out of her hand and it hit a piece of gravel that just happened to hit the repost button. I mean, there's no way that an intelligent lady with genius lyrics such as, would you like to fuck me hard? It's because I'm a fucking star, would ever be dumb enough to repost a post like this on purpose, right? This is them getting weirdly close at a concert. I mean, there's only one microphone. What do you expect them to do? Two of the Beatles would sing on one microphone together all the time. There was nothing sexual going on between them, to the dismay of many fanfiction writers. I mean, I guess they did do group masturbation sessions, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with sharing the one microphone. Here comes the sun. More like here comes the... No one knows that we're performing in Berlin with 6 barely human. Again, this one's not too incriminating either. I mean, Asteria is pulling a kissy face there, but that surely doesn't mean anything. It's just a pose, right? I don't know why this one's here. This is meant to be like a thread proving that she's a groomer, but this face is just a face. It doesn't really prove anything. I can't even make a joke. Okay, so what? She's dating a fan? She has millions of fans. There's no way that out of all of them, Asteria, the minor, is the one that she picked, right? She has an endless supply of fans that she could potentially date. Why would she go for one that's underage? That's ridiculous. Motherfuckers keep spreading conspiracy theories about my real life. I'ma tell y'all what's up. Me and Britney Manson were in a relationship for a while. Oh. Fuck-a-doodle-doo. So yeah, I mean, that bit went on for way too long, to be honest with you. These two were dating. And this footage is from when they were dating. Wow, golly goodness, what a cute couple they are.
Your boyfriend, he probably could be my child. Like, he probably could be my son.
Why would you ever say that, especially if you are dating? Also, could he be your child? I mean, you're only like 11 years older than him. I guess technically it would be possible, but fucking hell, it's just a weird thing to say. Why is that the bit that I'm concerned about? The fucking logistics of whether or not it'd be possible. It's weird. It's really weird. In fact, it goes beyond weird. It's criminal. Is it criminal? Where do they live? Where does Marilyn... No, I don't care about Marilyn Manson. As of 2023, she is based in Warsaw, Poland. Poland legal age. Legal age for sexual consent in Poland is 15 years old. But then Asteria is from New Zealand, where I'm pretty sure the age of consent is 18 years old. No, it's 16 years old. Okay, so maybe it's not illegal. And if you look at the tour that they're going to London, they're going to Prague, and they're going to Poland. And all of those countries, it's completely legal to have the relationship that they have. Which is either a coincidence or, what I like to believe, because I think it's a bit funnier, is that they specifically chose countries where the legal age of consent was below 17 so that they could shag legally in that fucking country. Which isn't actually that funny at all when you think about it for more than 2 seconds. Now look, legality aside, I wanted to get that out of the way so I'm not, presenting misinformation or for whatever reason, fucking Britney Manson sees this video and sues me. It's not illegal. Yeah, you win. Fair enough. I hope you're fucking happy, Britney. But either way, I don't really fucking care who you are. Anyone who can genuinely sit down and tell me that a 30-year-old getting with a 17-year-old is a morally okay thing to do is blind and completely ignorant to how harmful that shit can be. Cody Ko was rightfully cancelled for being 25 and shagging a 17-year-old. Britney Manson is 5 years older than Cody Ko was at that point. What could a 29-year-old and a 17-year-old even have in common or share an interest in? Or at least enough of an interest to facilitate a romantic relationship. This shit is so fucking whack. They are so cute. Yeah, man. I couldn't think of anything cuter than a 30-year-old being with a 17-year-old. That shit just makes me grin ear to ear. It makes me blush just thinking about it. And apparently Britney Manson reposted this video as well, so she's not really shying away from this incredibly uncomfortable fact. If anything, she seems to be proud of the fact that she managed to bag such frivolous expenditure. Yeah, all of a sudden them being so close during the live performances is nowhere near as justifiable now that we know that they're actually dating. This 17-year-old boy is being touched up by a 30-year-old in front of thousands, millions even, because it's all online. How is he gonna feel about that in 20 years or so?
It's okay. So, calm down.
What a truly adorable relationship this is. I mean, guys, even though Britney Manson is genuinely a small circular green vegetable, otherwise known as a pea, as well as a malleable bit of preparation for bread that is a combination of wet and dry ingredients, otherwise known as a dough, how's that for getting around monetization? Buddy. But even if she's not one of them, how could you not be filled with glee and happiness from the sight of such an amazing, pure, and lovely relationship?
It's okay. Don't worry.
She posted this video. That's the whole video. It's like really somber music over cringe. How can any creator online watch a video like this and go, yes, this is one of my finest works, to be honest. I'm gonna post this for the world to see. Fucking hell, what a weird post. At first I was thinking, oh, this is before they knew the ages, but no. This TikTok account is genuinely still enamored by the relationship in spite of knowing the ages of the two. The bass drop, the climax of this video, is them being weirdly close after announcing their ages. What a strange TikTok this is. Let's read the description now. It always takes two. You can't just judge someone else's relationship, and it's still their decision. Hate comments go immediately into the block list. Discussion to a normal extent, I suppose. Feel free to tell me what you think, and judge comments immediately go to the trash. You know what? This person's probably a child, so if they are a child, I'm sure you'll learn at one point that this is not okay. If they aren't a child, though, you're a fucking idiot and you should kill yourself. Anyway, let's look at the two responses from when they broke up. One from Britney and one from Asteria. Or let me rephrase. One from the predator and one from the victim. This one is from Britney. People be making conspiracies and calling Asteria and me out during a whole month for the things that we both haven't done. You're believing in everything you see, so we're both laughing about that together. That's crazy. What could she possibly fucking be referring to? Calling them out for things that they haven't done. But they were dating. You're believing everything you see. I mean, yeah, you said you were dating. Do you want us to just not fucking believe you when you say something? And then this one is from Asteria. Motherfuckers keep spreading conspiracy theories about my real life. I'ma tell you what's up. Me and Britney Manson were in a relationship for a while. We broke up recently. Stop trying to speak on my behalf, send around death threats, call names. I don't want nobody to do none of that shit, just respect both of our privacy. Now obviously Asteria is undoubtedly a victim, and also someone who is very young, and possibly unable to see that he is a victim just yet. Regardless of his opinion on the situation, this is an immoral and scummy thing to do. We can only really hope that in a couple of years or so he begins to realize just how wrong this actually was. Anyway, now it's time for the obligatory apology. It's not an apology, the response, I guess.
Okay, it's been a craziest month for all of the Senscore fans. I hope y'all safe, okay? I never wanted to comment on that because I spent the whole last year by commenting on everything that appeared about me on the social media. But the shit goes crazy. Well, let's spill the tea. So the allegations are, apparently, me and Asteria used to date for 2 years and broke up at his birthday. Let's fucking talk about it. At first, me and Asteria could never fucking date for 2 years. 2 years ago, I used to live in Berlin and he used to live in New Zealand.
Oh, okay, so they weren't dating. I guess everything I said in this video was wrong, and they're both innocent. They just were very close friends that got a bit touchy every now and then. Still a little bit weird, but I mean, if they weren't dating, they weren't dating.
Like, where did you get that? Don't tell me it's because he said that we used to date for a while. Let's just Google that. Oh my god. There is no specific boundaries. So that could be 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. But they see what they want to see for a long time.
Okay, so they were dating, but it wasn't for 2 years. Sorry, that doesn't make you any less of a predator. If I shot someone once versus shooting them 10 times, the result is the same. They fucking died because I shot them. I have committed an act of murder. It does not matter how many bullets I shot because they're fucking dead. Ugh, you guys are such silly sausages. You think that I'm a predator? I'm not. I've only shagged them like 1 or 2 times. I don't know what it is about the surname Manson and being fucking stupid abusers, but Britney Manson, you're a stupid abuser. And needless to say, you do not deserve the platform that you have.
I wrote a song at 6th of July, 2023. The cutie boy, the cutest boy. That was literally the night after one of my breakups with my ex-boyfriend. A long way of back and forth, but whatever. I posted the video about the background story. No one fucking cares. But people do care about this video. The breakup video that I posted the day before Asteria's birthday. When I'm talking about the fact that my release date used to be super close to his birthday. The one question, a song about breakup. What did you expect from the promo? But of course, people have their own conspiracies.
So they broke up right before his 18th birthday. Britney, you don't even know how to groom correctly. You're supposed to groom them until they're 18 and then get into a relationship with them. Not get into a relationship with them and then break up with them when they're 18. You might genuinely be the worst predator of all time. You don't even know how to groom correctly, you fucking moron.
Drama actually started even before, and I know exactly who stands behind. A person who stalked me and Asteria for a long time, who's sending us death threats daily. This person can't get over me and him and our careers. That shit is scary. They leaked some of the screenshots and nobody actually asked, why is it cropped? I can tell you why. Because then we talked. Just about the age.
Hang on, wait, let's read those screenshots. I'm really interested now, actually. So, she's angry that someone leaked a screenshot, but they cropped out context, right? So we'll read the original screenshot first. Hysteria said, "You got the best vibes. Also, I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so happy to hear. Why you'll want to live in Warsaw? You moved from Berlin?" That is a little bit weird, actually, because in Germany, the age of consent is 14. So I don't think it's consistent with Britney Manson's character to want to move to a country like Poland, where the age of consent is actually a year older than 14. But the fact he younger me in 11 years. Crying in MILF. Yeah, he's 17, isn't he? Imagine me being 28 be like... I mean, look, context matters, and if they've cropped out important information, then they've cropped out important information, but I would be very impressed if the information that was left out of here somehow vindicates you of responsibility for this awful act that you've committed. I can't wait to press play. Genuinely, I am so excited to see what she thinks is like crucial evidence that has been left out here. And he came from New Zealand, not the internet said I'm 23 and people still believe. You're crazy. I mean, I'd believe that if I believed in him being 33. Bitch, please. Bye. How old is Odatari? Oh, I have literally no idea. Are you gonna say some crazy number now? Hahahaha. What the fuck does that prove? I'm so confused right now. I was so excited. And it's just a dry orgasm. They ruined my fucking gooning session. I was so excited, genuinely. I don't know what to make of that. What's she even trying to say here? So basically, I met Hysteria, they started conv about it, I was shocked about his age, I told them about it, then said that internet has fake info about my age, asked how old Odatari, Aisha, and etc. What's going on?
Oh, we just talked about my age compared to the different artists. Such a cray. I know why she needed to cook the screenshots, but it's all sad that she actually believed that.
Oh, okay, so I get it. She's trying to say that the original screenshot implied they were talking about dating Hysteria, when in reality, they weren't talking about anything romantic, they were just talking about the ages of influencers or like musicians, I guess. I think the main takeaway people were getting from that DM conversation was that you were fully aware of his age and you still pursued a relationship with him. I mean, now that I understand what you were trying to say, it's retroactively making my orgasm even worse, because what a fucking nothing burger of a point that was.
And this terrible comment. As a person who was raped twice in my life, being harassed online and offline daily since I turned 16, I have all the rights to do nothing but make fun of that. That's why I'm always trying to pin those comments. That's why it's blowjob queen. It's truth. That's why fashion starts from this. I'm going to make fun about it even more, because that's all that I can do.
Obviously, having something like that done to you is awful. And it really sucks to see an influencer of this size try to use it as an excuse for her fucking horrible actions. Also, just as a side note, I fucking hate grape. And I'm not talking about the act itself. Obviously, that sucks, right? No one likes the crime, right? And I'm also not talking about the fruit. I love grapes. I think they're brilliant. You want a nice tight grape, right? They're great. Juicy, fucking delicious fruit. I'm talking about the word grape in reference to the word... It's not hard to just silence the word like I did just now. I guess it's a matter of opinion, but in my opinion... referring to it as a fruit sort of trivializes it a little bit, like reduces the seriousness. I don't fucking know. I just hate it. I'm not sure if any of you will share that opinion with me, but it's something that irks me. This is such a weird fucking point though. Guys, I'm actually allowed to make weird sexual jokes about people who are underage or at the very least very young, because actually horrible things have happened to me before, so I can do what I want. I mean, that is basically the point that she's making here. Surely if something that horrible has happened to you, and I'm not doubting that story for a second, right? I'm assuming that you're completely truthful here. Surely you should know how fucking horrible something like that feels. So why would you inflict the same amount of pain on someone else, especially when you're this public of a fucking figure? I understand that a lot of people who do this kind of thing to children have had it happen to them themselves, but needless to say, that doesn't make it any better.
If you think that is grooming, you better get a life or a therapist. My favorite shit is my colleague's reaction.
And Britney, because what she did is obviously wrong.
Of course I'm bad. Of course. Because they have new tour. I mean, back then I used to be loved. Ready with me to lose my virginity used to be humor. I used to be iconic. Now they just have to switch. There is no more comments from my side.
So the only thing she really said about the grooming allegations is that you should get a life and a therapist. This one might genuinely be worse than the Dr. Disrespect one, the Ava Chris Tyson explanation, All of them. This is the worst one. I don't think I have ever heard a response to grooming allegations worse than this one. And I honestly feel as though I deserve a fucking apology for having to watch 4 minutes of that bullshit. I keep screaming. I'm so upset. But anyway, I think that's about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, in spite of how weird and horrible it was. Big shout out to Riley, Kitchen, and Grace for being patrons. Once again, if you want to get in on the Discord server, it's £2 on Patreon, so that'll be in the description, as always. And yeah, fuck yeah. And that's about it. So